public. I have no idea. I messed up and left this thing as private. Let's see here. Yeah, I messed up. Is anybody even here? I got a feeling I messed up again. I see one guy. Am I on? I see one guy. Am I on? I see one guy. Oh my God. Am I on? I am so messed up here. Turn that off. I'm assuming I'm live here. All right, Coach D. Okay, cool. Man, I had this thing going and thought it was like live public, but it was like set as private and stuff. You'd think I'd understand what the heck's going on by now, right? But regardless, here we are. We are live. Hour and a half, 2 hours. It depends on what you guys want to make of this. So, Coach D, what's up? RC Homesteader. Steve, what's up? Jack's Beach Bash and Crawl. Eric Beeb, what's up, buddy? Scott Leach, Scott Springer / Raptor. Cherry Pit, Nick Mack, Clayton. Dude, I had it all set up like 15 minutes prior, but I forgot to make it as public. It was set like a unlisted thing. So you'd think I'd get this understood by now, right? But regardless, here's Paul, Tyler, Dave. So, all right. So, what's everybody up to? I've been trying to do a little bit more different stuff. Inserts that I've been working on. The STK. All that wonderful stuff right there. It's an older car, but I kind of like the thing, man. I really do. Trey, what's up? South Dakota, what's up, Trey? Discovery, James, what's up? Mario, reaction, watching while driving a forklift at work. You know, I've tried to watch videos while I was driving a forklift. Let's just say something happened. I didn't really smack the pole that was in my way, but it did have a mark on it when I was done. Steve, the Vigilante, love the truck. I did explode the front diff on that thing on the drive I just recently had. And I've got gears, all kinds of stuff except for the gaskets. So I had to order some parts. Good chassis for that. Metal gears. Yeah, I haven't messed with the metal gears in my Fusion yet. I mean, I might do it, but I haven't really felt a need to mess with that yet. The Jeep Axial CJ7 RC Homesteaders. Dude, it's a great scale vehicle, man. I mean, it looks beautiful. The bodywork is amazing. So it's very nice, in my opinion. I've actually got mine, and I need to do more work with it. I've got the new Scalar Fab bumpers, sliders, and front bumper, sliders, and rear bumper on there. So I got to do some work on that. And I've got this winch to put on there as well, right there. So I got to put that on there for scale looks and all that. Probably have that. I might bring it to Beat the Creek. I'm not sure. Scott, yeah, buddy, the Exoplex, man, dude. I gotta admit, it's pretty darn nice, man. I love having that back here. What's the newest truck I have? The newest truck I have probably, well, it was the Redcat STK Lightning. Committed. I am to Exocaged. What's up? Reefs, dude. Dude. Yeah. I'm assuming I'll see you at Beat the Creek because that's coming up soon. Just a few weeks, we'll be at Beat the Creek. So I hope I'll see you there. Do I have inserts 2.2 at 118 millimeter? Ooze 101. I only have 2.2 inserts for well, I don't even have them here, for the Proline Baja Pro X right now. They also fit the Proline trenchers, but they're probably too large for what you're after. But what's your tire that you got that one for? Hello, Joe. Shameless plug. Yeah, I got you, man. Got the Fury to 8,000 kV Godzilla modified TRX4M. Thing's crazy good. 8,000 kV. That is up there. What are my thoughts on the Max Slash? Dude, I love the truck. But, man, we had it at a big clay oval this past weekend. And, man, I tell you what, it was like slicks. They had zero traction anywhere, dude. But overall, the truck is nice. It's just a stretched Max. So that's kind of where it gets its name. Apocalypse Zombie. What's up, man? Good tires for the Max Slash. You know, Jax, I've tried. I've got to trying to get J Concepts to make some belted landmines for that vehicle. I put the landmines on there and they just expanded like crazy. So yeah, we definitely need some tires specifically for that truck. Says Marcus Landry, Andrew Diddle. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate it. Come crawl with you, buddy. I have a Jeep Jamboree, bunch of Jeeps. Yeah, I opened up the Exoplex every weekend. This weekend we are running 1/8 scale off-road, buggies, truggies, and we're running 1/10 scale and Grom on-road. So this is an off and on-road weekend race. This is on Sunday, so I'm hosting that there. Joe, you're going to run the 5K run. I am not going to run 5K, buddy. I don't even walk 5K in a week. Max Slash. I mean, Ooze, what tire are you asking about? I mean, if I have the tire, I could probably come up with something. Usually it's easy to shrink them, but making them larger can sometimes be a little bit of an issue. Nick Mack, I believe Steve Kafka asked me that one as well. And I like this. I like it, just the tires are horrible. They hold up good. They just very little traction. See, I've got some on-road stuff I've got to edit and put together too. So, what's up, Chucks? Just RC, what's up? My Exoplex is located close to Jacksonville, Florida. So that's close to where I am. I would say Middleburg, but nobody knows what a Middleburg is, other than it's in the middle of a burg. I guess you could say that, right? But yeah, hopefully that everything's going through good. I did do this with the STK. I put a just stock 21.5 in it, and honestly, dude, it's like almost the exact same speed as the stock 5. It's a very good magnet. As a stock 550 with all the screws and body clips and stuff. But man, I'm gonna go ahead and take this particular one, go ahead and put a nice servo up front, change the radio out, and I'm gonna have to get another one so I can have like a box stock class. And luckily these things are cheap at like 180 bucks. So I'm gonna have a modified one and a stock one. I got to get a new stock one ordered. Plus I'm gonna get some clear bodies for it as well. All right, I see 2.2 wheel, got you there, 44 millimeter wide, 118 millimeter high. If you're talking 118 millimeter high, if you're talking the tread, the carcass is a whole different ball game. It could be 110, it could be 114. You know, you never know. I mean, I need to know the tires that you've got, like the name of them and everything. Apocalypse Zombie. What I do is I post events at First Coast RC on Facebook. That is where I go. First Coast RC. I also need to start sharing them more on my own group. I have a brand new group that I haven't quite got set up yet. And it is basically Exoplex Racing and Crawling, I believe is the name of the Facebook page. But I haven't actually put that out there yet. Yeah, what I think I'm going to end up doing is making some kind of a thing at the end of it, because I'm not making the pad any bigger. I don't really have enough room for it. So just make a little bit where you can kind of run out, up, around. I just got to figure out how to actually make that happen. I don't know about concrete per se, maybe, but I don't know yet. It's something that I want to do and go for it. Yeah, Pat, the light dimmed. I have no idea why. Drew's obsolete. Have you tried it out? I have not had the FCX10, Paul. And I know you want to do something different, but you know, there's a reason some RCs aren't shown, you know. Ghost, a raised curve extension. So yeah, see, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Something I can raise it and bowl it and bring it around. Because if I make it like a half pipe coming out, my fat butt's going to get on my skateboard, which I still got my skateboard. And then I'll end up just getting hurt. So I don't want it to be a half pipe. I don't. I used to skateboard a lot, but I turned 50 this year, and I don't need to skateboard anymore. Simple as that. Now, I'm not going to mess with the surface. Well, what I'm going to do with the surface of the track that we've got, okay? If I do embankments and all that coming around, it will be extended on the sides, okay? But what I'm planning to do, there's a few imperfections that I really want to get taken care of. And the guy has like a diamond wheel or something that he can go through and kind of smooth that out. So once he smooths that out, the plan is to do like a good dark gray stain. And if I can do the stain into the concrete, then I'll put the sealer on it. So I'm not done with the track yet. I still got quite a bit more to do. But, I mean, it takes time. Be good content. Matt P. I'm not going to be doing no skateboarding. I wish if Arrma has any new releases coming out saying yes. He said yes. He said, oh, that's a cat. He always lets a cat come back. Sean, buddy, they all have stuff coming out. They all have stuff in the works. Every day, every week, every month of every year. Sometimes they leak on purpose. Sometimes it's just a surprise. Anything that I know as far as like what's coming out and all that, you won't get it out of me. Not from A to B to C. It's not going to happen. And I told you guys before, if I do leak something, it's because I have permission to do that. Just so you guys know. Wisconsin, it's some sort of square oval NASCAR track, pretty cool. I mean, I've got it set up as oval right now, so. Clayton, buddy, look. I mean, I'm not even at 71,000 subs, and here we are, 4th month into the year. I'm not hitting 100K subs this year. For me to hit 100K subs, everybody, all of you guys would have to just share the living heck out of the channel and really round up the troops to get there. So, but as it's going right now, maybe by the end of next year, I might hit 100. I mean, the only way for me to hit 100 is, I mean, I've never had a real viral video, so it's just one of them things. It's a gradual climb, and luckily I am climbing every day. It's a big jump yet. I've got a board up there to anchor. I got about this much more to go, but it's close to being done. Backyard Gamer, am I into 3D printing at all? Well, yeah. If you go to the website, I have all kinds of 3D printed parts and pieces. All kinds of them. Exocaged RC. Hold on, I can actually put that up here. Hang on. ExocagedRC.com. I think that's right. See if that gets you there. No leaking at 50. BTC. I wonder if I could get like a QR code and just put that at my table and say, here, hit the subscribe button as you walk by. That might work. The box sock class, will I at least allow a lipo? Yes, you're absolutely available. You are able to run a 2S lipo, yes. In fact, that's pretty common on this class. At least there's quite a few people around here, and they even say that the stock motors last quite a while. Now, with the 21.5, it looked to be about the exact same speed as what this one was. However, it was more instant, better there, you know. So, like I said, I'm going to have both. I'm going to have a 21.5 car and a stock car. A stock car. 100K subs, a Vidavon SCX6 bouncer giveaway. JD, you know what the issue with giveaways are? Is that those that would use it, those that would even know how to use it, those that would know the value of it, would not win it. It would be someone somewhere that just happened to stop by and say hi. So, I mean, giveaways, just like with the raffle, you know, I want to do more raffles, but it's kind of like when they don't bring in enough to really justify it, if that makes any sense. As far as like shipping things and all that, it can go anywhere in the world. And if I happen to ship something with a LiPo battery in it, that gets crazy. So that's kind of why you haven't seen me posting anything about that. You know, saying I'm working on Beat the Creek right here. Sorry, I got to take care of this. Trying to get more spots at Beat the Creek. Let me see. They're gonna do a skateboarding video. Might go viral. Skateboarding video might go viral. Yeah, big old fat guy rolling on concrete. That won't be very good. That'll be pretty funny for everybody watching. Not funny for me. I have an idea for a viral video though. And I was at the post office today dropping off some stuff, and they said I could totally do it. Basically, I want to ship myself something loose in the box and to see if it gets here and what condition it's going to be in. It's not even RC related, but it'll go on the channel though. They're most likely Chinese. God damn, they must have a Chinese. In Arkansas, come by my track and watch in. You're all invited. Man, if I ever get out to Arkansas, I will try to get a hold of you. Traxxas rally car tire, 17mm. Pretty much anything 1/8 on road is about it. I mean, really. I have not messed with the 1/8 nitro at all. So with the red earth and mineral deposits, dude, clay up there in the Georgia area, Alabama, is like, it's just your normal junk. Here in Florida, it's a premium. I mean, like a real premium. All right. Let's see here. I just got here. Member giveaway, Ben Month. You are correct, Turtle. I'll tell you what, I will set up a video tonight for members and post that up and give you guys a few days to get your numbers put in. You are correct. It has been a while. Did I just get up from a nap? No, my hair is starting to grow out. I got to cut it back again. Yeah, Jax, our sandy dirt is kind of horrible. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. You ever run at Callahan? Edward Perry, you are, I actually went to Callahan yesterday. I meant Sunday for an event, Sean, and we actually got to run the big go-kart oval. Dude, I want to tell you guys, Wally David, dude, he drove the wheels off of my Vigilante. He won that class. We were racing the big oval. Now, granted, the big gassers, they were running the full thing. The electrics were running like the little cut-through area. But, man, dude, it was such a blast. It was dusty, but if it had just a little bit of traction, you'd never have to lift. Just hold it all the way open. But it was dusty, so people had to kind of let off a little bit. You're getting snow? Where are you at, Gerald? Because here in Florida, it's getting already hot. Sugar sand. Yep, that's all we got. The track back here is basically covered in septic sand. That's about all I could do that was actually decent and not with dust up. Really nasty. Like the hard pan is just horrible. Just north the middle John and Clay, you're like trying to dig in. Dude, I would love to have a solid track. I mean, I have to use plywood and carpet to even hold my jumps, okay? If I put just dirt down, the dirt that we have, it doesn't hold up. It gets chewed out and just goes to junk so fast, man. 100-mile house, British Columbia. Oh, you're in Canada. I can see why you're getting snow. What did you say? 50. Well, yeah. Turtle, you saw the speed run with a Vigilante, and it got 52. So pretty much, yeah, he was running a good 50 miles per hour out there. So he was moving, dude. And then he came around and just drifted that Vigilante. I mean, dude. Now Wally is a very accomplished oval racer, so he really has that. But Wally, he is not a basher. You tell him, hey, go jump this ramp just because it's here. Not him. Never. And I've raced with Wally for, I guess, about 5 or 6 years now, back when we had the other track at Hobby World and everything. And, I mean, he would hit those jumps because it's part of the track. But that was it, dude. He's mainly an on-road guy. Because you ordered the Vigilante. Joe, very nice, dude. Now, keep in mind that Arthur Vidavant is working on all kinds of stuff for the Vigilante. So, we're about to get really hit with some awesome stuff. New gears, everything, man. Everything. Tiny Trucking with Dumpling. Cool, man. So, you were there, Tiny Trucking with Dumpling? I don't know names and all that stuff, so apologize for that. But I want to... That bouncer with his inserts doing the jumps looks like a breakthrough. Oh, a breakthrough. Oh, I've got them. So they are on the website. I have 35. I ordered some 35 millimeter wheels, so I can verify that my 35 millimeter inserts will work for them. So, but I've got them for the 40s and the 35s. It's on your Rock Pirate chassis. I don't know. I just kind of put them on there. They were driving around in a 43366 International Harvester tractor. Nice RC player. What's up? Oh, at the Exoplex. Cool deal. Yeah, I got the envelope. Thank you. Was that many people here? I mean, that's a pretty good bit in that envelope, man. Was there really that many people here? Yes, sir. Jack's Beach Bash and Crawl. We do still have the winter night air. That's a nice thing. I do. Right now, outside, it is perfect. The mornings are nice. Sunny and nice down here. I got the Pro X tires 1 3/4 width and the skinny ones. The Pro X tires 1 3/4 width. Okay, I'm not sure what you're talking about 1 3/4 width. I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about with that one. You'll have to send me some pics on it. I know I have, like, for the 1.9s, I have the big fat boys that fit the 30mm wheels, and then I have another one that fits the 25mm wheels, I believe. So maybe that would fit your narrow ones. I don't know. So who's going to Beat the Creek? Beat the Creek 2024. I'm there. So look forward to that. I'm going to Axial Fest, Badlands. I will be there. I believe Reese is going to be at both of those as well. Yep, Paul, you're going to be... Well, that was pretty quick. Yep. DBX2 was my first bigger than 10th. Well, Ford, dude, you got two very big and very different vehicles, man. You'll probably like the scale driving aspect of the DBXLE, and you'll love the bashing aspect of the Vigilante. Now, the Vigilante, as it sits, as big as you can go on pinion gear, is 22th. So you've got that. And the stock motor should pull that just fine. So, but you can also bolt in a 56mm motor like I did. But the Vigilante doesn't really like backflips. It doesn't really have the pop because of gearing. It will get the gearing because I'm sure Arthur's going to take care of that. And Arthur is Vidavon. Now, Chainsaw, where are you going to buy the Redcat Vigilante from? Are they available on the site? And if they're available on the site, message me so I can send you an affiliate link. I have a Reese Raw 500. I found a Fusion 18. I wonder if it's running at full power. No, F40. You're only running at about 7.4 volts. That servo wakes up when you start getting about 8.5. So just to let you know, you got a great servo, but when you bump that up, you will notice quite the boost, let me tell you. Axial Fest is in Badlands, Attica, Indiana. Okay. And that is June the... Oh no, June... I think it's June 15th, 16th, and 17th, or 14th, 15th, 16th. It might be 21, 22, 23. But it's in Attica, Indiana, at the Badlands Off-Road Park. Okay, if you're going to get it from A-Main, click one of the links in the video and then go there and check out with it. So, will your Gorgon body post fit the Stampede body Bigfoot? No, sir. Stampede and Gorgon are two very different vehicles. I don't have anything for the Stampede. But they were out. Yeah. Dude, I believe, as far as like from Redcat, I believe they are sold out of everything, okay? And let me explain June 19th to 22nd. Yeah, there you go. Let me explain what this means. Redcat had 3 big releases, okay? They had the 1/18 scale Ascent, beautiful little truck. They had the 1/10 scale Fusion. Everything is there. Change your wheels and tires and all that, but everything is there. Carbon chassis, everything, right? And then they had the Vigilante, which is the first ever legit big truck to go up against the X-Max, and I think it is. Now, they pretty much sold out of all of these. What that has told Redcat is that, yes, there's a market for this. And yes, we are realizing you are not the Redcat from just 4 years ago. So I'm hoping they will expand upon the current Vigilante platform. And that is just me speculating. That's not a leak. Be there. What's the truck of the year so far? That would actually be the Vigilante, dude. I know last year it was the Arrma Gorgon, which was a dirt cheap 2-wheel drive truck. Who would have guessed? A little 2-wheel drive, but that thing is so amazing. Now, if Arrma was to come out with a 4-wheel drive version of the Gorgon and keep the durability, keep the bashability, and just keep it kind of like the what it is, only 4-wheel drive, you know, maybe, you know. All right, Gerald, catch you later, buddy. 4 of us and 4 more shots. I watched everything till I make sure you're pleased with it. Well, dude, thank you. I appreciate that, Tiny Trucking. I really do. Thank you for taking care of that for me. I really do. Thank you, Sean H. Thank you, buddy. Charles put the new Arrma 17. Charles, yes. Now, speaking of that, I've got a hold of them, and supposedly, I will have one for Beat the Creek. Just to let you know, I'm supposed to have one on display for Beat the Creek. Maybe even take it for a drive. But yeah, dude, they got like the brush system is huge brush motor, and now they've got their own FOC, ESC, and motor combo. Boom. So now we actually have competition to Hobby Wing on the FOC brushless stuff. Now, it's not like a Fusion where it's all in one. It's a separate ESC and motor. But if you can get 4S on it, that's pretty dead. That's pretty big. So if you can do 4S on that FOC, that's pretty darn awesome, isn't it? Yeah, Fusion and 2 Ascent 118. Scott Leach, heck yeah, man. Marcus, I have not been watching Thunder RC's video. I have not been. I rarely watch any RC videos when I'm on YouTube. I'll watch some of Kevin's stuff. I'll watch different clips of this one and that one, but man, I'm looking for just funny, laughing stuff. Y'all got it. Apocalypse, catch you later on the chamber. Very important. Thank you, RC. The RC Arlo Crawler. Yes. Is once Redcat restocks event, do you think they will go up on the price? I don't believe so. I don't believe they're going to go up in price for it, dude. But I do believe that they may revise a few things to make it a little bit better. Turmeric. No, my Gorgon body post. Oh, will the Gorgon body allow a Stampede body to fit on it? Oh, probably. I don't see why not. I must have misread your question before. Do I have a jackhammer sledge? I do. Yes, for the first FOC, it was separate as well. Correct. You are correct. It was the first FOC and all that. 3S was all it could do. Yes, Fats 1357. There is a lot on the way for the Vigilante. Arthur has it, and he is making parts as we speak. I forgot to ask. When will we see Dave again? Dave? I don't know where he's at. Maybe I could get him for the packing for Beat the Creek. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Attention to yours. Did he? I need to go watch some of his stuff. But I just, I mean, I do so much in the RC that when I go to YouTube, I rarely look up RC stuff. I mean, I just rarely do. I mean, I don't know. I got my 8x8 to work. I had to brace the frame. Arler is a 1/8 scale or bigger basher. It's going to be awesome. Scott, it sure will. Scott Springer, yes, it will. Just bought an X-Max Ultimate, and a few days ago I started seeing your videos on Vigilante. I think I messed up. Dude, no. The X-Max is amazing. Everybody is chasing the X-Max, okay? Don't worry. You got a nice truck. The X-Max is awesome. If you had to guess, top of your head, I'm 129 to 131. I'm not sure. Somewhere within there, give or take, 5 or 10. Is the SCX 10.3 base camp builder's kit still viable at these times? Everyone's playing towards a Pro and Vanquish. The base camp builder's kit is more for trails and stuff like that. When you start talking about the VRD and the SCX Pro, the amount of overdrive in these makes them really not good for the trail. Now, the Pro being able to switch to no underdrive or 40% kind of makes it to where it is good for the trail. But a lot of people pick up the base camp. I've got two. A straight, I don't know how many I got. At least 3 base camps. One of them is the race camp, wherever that one is. I'm not sure. But yeah, I've got at least 3. And one of them is the straight axle. The other one's rift axles, and then a portal axle one. The base camp's a great truck, man. It really is. Have you fixed the ring gear on my Vigilante yet? No, I've got the gears, but I never ordered the gaskets. So I've got gaskets. I got 2 of the diff cups ordered with the gasket and stuff like that in there. I got a set of counter gears, the spider gears, just in case, even though the spider gears were fine. So, but no, it's not fixed yet. And it was so weird because when the front diff blew up in that thing, it was like, man, it's just so smooth. It was so smooth that it was like you sheared the pins off of a dog bone. Kind of smooth, right? The front's just, not doing anything, right? So that's kind of what I had in my mind. Like, I must have sheared a pin off in the CVD or at the dog bone, or I sheared the center shaft off. Nope. Completely disintegrated the front ring gear. The pinion gear was actually fine. Something about my Arrma making a bigger basher. I could tell by the look you gave. Sorry, Scott. Let's just say a lot of things are on the way. Do you think the new Hobby Max 6 G2 will run cooler than the old Max 6 running in a crate in the 6S? Buddy, running cooler, hotter, that's a lot in your gearing, out the outside ambient temps. I mean, with everything getting hot, we're all about to have temperature issues, especially if you're pushing them hard on 6S. It's just something you're going to have fans. I don't think it's going to run any cooler than the older Max 6. Just, it might 5 or 10 degrees, but unless you just really want to upgrade, I don't see a need in it. I'm going to get a Castle BEC when Raw 500 was 100%. Yes, sir. Now, F40, when you get the Castle BEC, it comes preset at 5.1 volts. Okay? So you've also got to have a Castle link. See if anybody in your local group, your local RC guys, has a Castle link. So when you Castle link it up, at that point, you can actually, set it up to where you want it to be. Basically, it's a balanced truck. Aaron Moore, what's up? What's going on? Everyone late to the show? Yes, sir. Addicted. We had 6 RCs total, and I'll be a little over a year. Yeah, I kind of went on a spending spree early on. I always wind up doing the same thing this week. I bought the Wide Max came home a few days later, found out about Max Slash. Yeah, I got my Max Slash 45 hardness steel ring. Yeah, Fats 1357. Don't worry, it's coming. He's going to do all the gears in that thing, believe me. All the gears in it. And Pat House, yes, I did hear about the new Max 8 with Bluetooth. All the G2s should have came with Bluetooth out of the box, in my opinion. All of them should have. I mean, like with the Just Stock right here, dude, I tried, let me see, I tried this, I tried this, that's a Spectrum, yes. I tried this, because, I mean, they're the same thing, right? But it's got a different color sticker. I tried this. Nothing could get this Just Stock to tune because I want reverse. The only way I got it to tune was by using the over-the-air. This right here was the only way I got it to tune. And with that and the app, I was able to set it up. So that was the only way I got it to tune right there. No other way. You're more like a secret service of RC. Scott, man, I mean, really, business A, business C, D, E. I don't share A to B. I don't share B to C. I don't share anything back and forth like that. You can't in this business. You just can't. Now I'm building over the ESC. Now, Pat, the over-the-air way too expensive. You know, it is expensive, but man, when you do what I do for a living, it's actually pretty cheap. It allows me to do so much to so many different ESCs. It really does. To me, it's worth it. To like a guy that has just 2 or 3 vehicles, then no, it's not worth it at all. It's just not. Yes, the older Axe system, it sure does. And I don't know why it took them so long to start getting it into everything else. It really should not have taken them this long. Does the Max 6.2 come with Bluetooth? I just got that also for my Xbox. Max G2 come with Bluetooth. I thought I saw something about a Max 6 posted on Facebook today, I think it was, that it has Bluetooth built into it now. And it should have. It should have had it from the start. I want an X-Max. I'm waiting till some poor soul wrecks his and throws it on Marketplace for dirt cheap. Buying parts for the X-Max is not very expensive, but I can tell you this. Redcat is, they are taking pride in offering replacement parts, everything from arms, gears, diffs, or whatever, at like half price for Traxxas parts for X-Max. So, and another thing about Redcat, I was speaking with them about maybe 6 months ago. They said, and I'm pretty sure it's okay for me to share this, I think, but it was something to the lines of they are a bit upset at how high priced everything is getting. $500 for a RTR, $300 for virtually just an ESC. You know, they're trying their very best to give a high quality product at the lowest price possible. So now they're in business to make money. They're not losing money. And so long as they keep selling out on these releases, they're going to start hitting it more and more and more. And that's just a benefit to us because we can get a quality Fusion carbon chassis, brushless, good stock servo right out of the box for what, $400? That's really good in the RC world, especially at the comp level. $300, you get the Ascent. Dude, that's a great deal. You know, I mean, it's either the 300 Ascent, the difference between the Ecto, I think they're like $429 now, I think it is, a little bit more. But, you know, it's Ecto and Ascent Fusion, man, they're close. They're close. I'm gonna get excited about things to come. I'll leave you alone about it. Xbox. Don't go trusting people online. Tabby Steris. Yeah, we know. Tabby, I very rarely ever buy anything used. I mean, I've bought things used in the past, junk. I learned my lesson, and I try every time to buy brand new unless there's no other option. Simple as that. Dude, I'm glad to hear that, Lawrence. Yeah, I'm actually just printing off a whole other set of sauce and super sauce. I'm also planning to bring a bunch of inserts to Beat the Creek as well. Dude, tell me about it, Marcus. Shipping for these diff parts was like $18, but they're FedEx. I need to talk to him about getting that down to cheap USPS. But yeah, I looked at that. I'm like, dang. Now, shipping like an entire vehicle, 17 bucks. Well, yeah. But man, yeah, you're right. It is a little bit on the high side, isn't it? Redcat, man, pretty awesome looking. Eli, dude, I like the not a Chevy body, if that makes any sense. Timing them on the track, is that something you normally do for reviews? Oh, as far as timing them on the track, man, that's just something I do for fun. And what I do is I'll be driving along, doing my video thing, you know, and I'll pick a spot on the track wherever I happen to be standing, and I just cut it at that point, and then as it comes back around, I cut it there, and that's how I get my track time. So that's how I get my track time for that. But dude, I do it for fun. Now, certain things like with the sledge and the Creighton EXB, I had the sledge on the way, and everybody was, oh, the big controversy, this and that. So I actually went on Amazon and I ordered a Creighton EXB just for the sole purpose of being able to put it up against the sledge when that came out. So that was the only reason I ever had to get the Creighton EXB. And honestly, every time I put the EXB up against the sledge, the EXB has won. It really has. It's more nimble, quicker. So sometimes the track thing running around that does make a difference. The issue isn't so much the vehicles, it's my driving. Because when you're driving, say, Creighton EXB, man, it's so precise on the steering. I mean, it's right there. It'll cut through. That's where the sledge pushes. So having to adjust my driving ability, my driving style from one vehicle to the next is kind of an issue sometimes. So sometimes off screen, I'm actually running a couple laps just to try to get me back in tune with the truck so I can show the truck as best I can, if that makes any sense. Because if I just go from like a straight crawler to a straight basher, you know, and just go right into it, I'm not going to show you the vehicles as to their best ability that I can. So I want to show everything as good as I can. So sometimes I do have to do a little bit of practice. All right. New pad, you guys consider some RC drift content. Yes, we have actually we're going to be doing some drift with the Redcat. Man, you guys got me Redcat. The Arrma Typhon Groms. So we're going to be drift racing those as well. What's the best motor in ESC for a 1/10 scale crawler? Sean, that is really an open question, buddy. If you can fit a Fusion, get a Fusion. If you got the money for a Fusion Pro, get the Pro. But sometimes when you build like a competition crawler, you build it, I've got this ESC, I've got this motor. You build it around that combo, like motor clearance and things like that. Like I have vehicles that a 540 brush motor will not fit because I built it for a Holmes snub nose revolver. So it's really kind of an open end. You got guys, they're all homes, no fusion, don't want to touch a fusion. You got guys that are fusion 100%. So it's really kind of a choice between the two. Thank you, Tabby. I appreciate that. Shout out my boy Gap Reviews. Gap Reviews. Does he review gaps? A good gap is nice to see. Sorry. I had to. I'm thinking of buying Mojave 4S. Mojave 4S, in the video I'm editing, Mojave 4S and Traxxas Max Slash nose to nose. Dude, they look like about the same size. My only issue with the Mojave 4S is the steering is really kind of bad. It's got, there's no bell crank servo saver in there. It really should have. So it has a servo saver on the servo. Just doesn't seem to be what needs to be in there, in my opinion. Pina MMX 8 I bought off of you. It's been epic. Put in my limitless tire smoker. The cool thing is you had in your crawler best ESC. Mamba Monster X8S. Those are pretty good ESCs. I think I've still got one in there. I think I've got an XLX2 in there. I've got at least one Max 5 G2 in there. UJLJ. Yes, that is my backyard. We call it the Exoplex. Osborne RC. I got the MST. Me, I choose the 1800 to get more RPM. You can drop the pinion gear down and still have decent speed. To me, the 1200 is just too slow for most vehicles. If you're strict scale, then the 1200 is fine, in my opinion. Eli, it is. Favorite brand, if they keep up. I'm hardcore Team Arrma. Love the Ascent. You know, speaking of that, Bo Duke, I swear I could have, you know how like when they dropped the Vigilante out there, I believe I saw hardcore Arrma guys defending Traxxas X-Max in some of the groups I was in, which I thought was just a little bit odd, but you would think they'd be like all over it because they hate Traxxas, right? It kind of seemed like they were defending the X-Max. I will tell you this, the X-Max is respected by the Arrma crowd though, because the X-Max is just an X-Max, right? It's legendary. Nathan's RC. Marcus, find out. Oh, yes, Marcus. I am absolutely going to Armageddon. And I want to explain a little bit of something about Armageddon. I got a hold of my guy at Horizon. They got back with me and ended up getting an email stating that they wanted to comp me for my trip there. Okay. That's wonderful. But I don't need it. It's about 3 hours from me, and I have a buddy, Mark, who lives like 20 minutes away from the place. But what I did was, you guys may be able to help on this. In the return email, after denying I don't need any of that, I'm good to go, I said, if you want to comp my travel, take me to Proline by the Fire. Get me out to Axial Fest West. That's where we go. So, I mean, I'm shooting for the moon here, but I doubt it. But that would be awesome. I've always wanted to go to Proline by the Fire. I get asked every year about it, but it's just not within my range yet to get there. But if they wanted to take care of that travel, dude, I am there. It's worth mentioning if you message Hobby when they have a trade-in program. I think Castle also has a trade-in program as well. If that track you own in your backyard, yes, it is my backyard. If you convert a Typhon Grom to brushes, make sure it's a 380 motor with a 3.17 2mm shaft will snap. Oh, I believe it. We're not messing with our Groms. The guys have been out here running their Groms, and stock motor's been holding up fine. And for what we're going to be doing with it, it's more than enough. Plus, it's like, you don't have to worry about gyros or any modifications or anything like that. So everybody's on the same playing field, at least except for tires. The Traxxas Fortec seems to be a good tire for back here. Thomas Flint, I do not know the date for the release of that yet. If they are to spill, you think Redcat will be coming out with a new short course truck? Because let's face it, the Blackout SC Pro was not a good. Based on their current platforms, unless they come out with something that I'm just not expecting, I don't see a short course truck on the way. What I would like to see from both Redcat and Traxxas would be something to go up against the Arrma Typhon 6S. Out here, the Typhon 6S rules this track, man. I mean, out here, as far as like the general population that come out here and race, the Typhon 6S, for $500, you can't beat the thing. The Typhon 6S rules the buggy, and the truggy is actually the sledge. Very rarely do I ever see any Arrmas out here with the truggy guys. The Fusion Pro went to the stubby kit. Yep, when you go to the stubby kit, did you get the M size? Yep, I see the 540M. Yep. I saw where he posted it was going to become normal on the website now. I think he designed that motor just for that. That is surprising it doesn't cog, Clayton. Well, you got a Primal Son of a Digger number 9? That's pretty crazy. Double A day. I've got 5mm Vidavon sway bars in stock. I've got 6mm sway bars on order. That's what I would put on there, the 6mm sway bars. So those are on order. As far as the shocks go, take the oil, put them into like a little clean cup or something, and get yourself a drill bit. 3.8mm is what seems to, if you have the dual shocks, that is, 3.8mm holes in all 4 of your pistons, or all 4 holes of the pistons, right? That will allow the truck to basically move, like say you're holding the truck, holding a raminator, right? When you're pushing it down, it almost feels like there's nothing there. Like, man, I messed that up. But when you jump it and you land, all that oil volume has to go through there, and that is what finally set my truck to where it lands like what you've seen in the past videos. And it lands great. On the Ram Bouncer, which is a whole different beast, which actually I've got to order some wheels. I spun a hex in one of my rear wheels on a video. Haven't uploaded that to members yet because I got to finish it. But on that one, ended up having to go to 4mm holes in all 4 of the holes and 650 CST oil. Just keep in mind that the stock 100 CST oil that comes in the Raminator shocks is not compatible with your normal silicone oil. It's not compatible. It won't mix. It'll mix while you're driving, but it'll separate while it's sitting. So they're not compatible. Oh, man, that's some good tech there, man. Woo! Got me really thinking there. More Gorgon body posts. Oh, they show they're out of stock. Hold on. I've actually got 2 of them in stock. Hang on a second. I can fix that problem right now. Now that I got good internet, I can do things. All right, all products. Let's go for Gorgon. Let's see if they pop up here. Oh, 0 in stock. I'm going to fix that. Let's put 8 in stock. I know I've got 2, and like if all 8 sold, I'll have them printed up and shipped out tomorrow morning. So they are on now. Now just keep in mind that one order comes with 2 of them, so you get both ends. But they are in stock now, buddy. Turmeric, you are good to go. Is anyone having monopoly such as Horizon? So I'm not really a fan of Traxxas. Competitors Horizon. And see, Traxxas competitors to Horizon. I mean, Horizon's pretty big, you know. But seeing Redcat really change their image, Their image actually started changing with the Gen 8. The Gen 8, to my understanding, was the first ever in-house designed crawler or vehicle. Every other crawler or vehicle, including this, because it's such an old vehicle, is actually like a rebrand of something else. So, but the Gen 8 is when they really started changing their whole platform and really going for it. And this year, 2024, they're knocking it out of the park. I mean, for drifters, the RDS, dude, full carbon, that's a very high-end drifter. I can't drift at all, but, you know, yeah, it's a very high-end drifter. Is there places to run X-Maxes at BTC? You can mess with them a little bit. There's a couple little areas where we can mess around, but you really got to be careful. Honestly, I'd probably leave it at home. I mean, I'm taking Ram Balancer just because it's such a spectacle, but that's kind of it. Have you ever put Creighton 4S tires on a Traxxas Max? No, sir, I have not. That was Hot Wheels. Eli, what receiver should I use with the Axe system? Any of them should be fine. Way to get him a Max 6 from Mr. X Max, Max 8 from my Granite and Gorgon. Dude, I love the brushless Gorgon, man. I'm telling you. Local guys, get a hovercraft. Oh, yeah. The little hovercraft for $45. It was like $51 ship, wasn't it? Have you taken it apart, Paul? Me and Paul was out there running our little hovercrafts. They are so hard to drive, but fun. Super slow, too. Jason Roberts. All right, buddy. Catch you later. Sean, most companies producing bastards are skimping on wheels and tire quality. You know, I agree. And honestly, Sean, the tires on the Redcat, has anybody popped one? I know when Wally finished the race, he spun that thing around and it pancaked out pretty bad. I was a little bit worried, but they did not pop. Okay, so you got 8 shocks. Yeah, 3.8 millimeters. And just put your stock oil back in the shocks and you'll be right where I'm at. When I get the 6 millimeter sway bars, what you can do, the 6 millimeter is more for really trying to keep this thing high performance, staying flat. The 5 millimeters will let it articulate a little bit more, so depending on what you want to do. And also, I think you can do this on yours. Move your shocks up on the chassis to bring the whole truck down. That's a huge benefit. Kasiri, I only have one set of those. I think they're the same thing, aren't they? If you look up the part number for the Typhon Grom axles, stock ones, and compare them to the Granite Grom, if they got the same part number, then yeah, they are the same. But I no longer have a Granite Grom to test that. You want to hear doing East Tactics jump competition? I've never heard of East Tactics jump competition. Like jump ropes or something? Anna, do I know if kits will be produced? You're talking about, Anna, you're talking about Redcat? They haven't mentioned anything at all about making kits other than like the RDS. That's the only kit that I've seen from Redcat ever. I've never seen a Redcat kit other than the RDS kit. Mama's Mini RC. What's up? Hello, new here. You came up on my page. Well, welcome, Mamas. What's up? Paul King. No. Therablast. Okay. I have no idea what no was. Redcat fan now. That's why I need to know what Arrma is releasing because I don't like it. You know, Sean, there's a vehicle out there that we've all been asking Arrma to make, and Arrma, for some reason, won't do it. And they've already got everything to do it. Basically, all they got to do is take the Creighton 8S, take that platform, and give us a Typhon 8S. They've got everything they need to make that happen. But they haven't done it yet, and they really should. I've even looked for different fifth scale bodies to try to fit my Creighton 12S, but haven't found anything yet. M2C sponsorship. Complete M2C sponsorship. Now, M2C, they're in South Carolina. Oh, speaking of going to the East Coast, I've been wanting to has anybody heard anything about the RC Monster Jam competition, the championships? They held that at Digger's Dungeon last year. I was there for that, but the rain was just nasty. Haven't heard anything about that this year. No taking apart HC. Hey Aaron, what's up? Enjoy yourself. Blessed with patience, brother. Thank you, Alvin. Appreciate that. Clayton RC, any new builds? Nothing at this point in time. Nothing right now, put it that way. I know kits. I'm not sure why they don't have more kits. I think it would be a lot cheaper. I mean, they don't have to pay the labor to have them put together. I mean, I believe they are hand assembled, you know, by whoever. So, all right. So we are 1 hour into this. RC Monster Jam. I've not heard anything about it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was it. RC Monster Jam World Finals. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about it either. Dude, Sean, I would love to have a Typhon 8S. I really, really would. I'd love to have a Typhon 8S, but I mean, they have everything they need. Everything is ready to go. They could take it with the proper wheels and tires. They could just simply call it a Typhon 12S and call it a day. I mean, the stock driveline will take that as long as the tires aren't, you know, crazy stupid, you know? Oh, the product I use to keep that, when I have an insert that shifts, but I'm really happy with the performance of that insert, okay? E6000, this is a little bit here. E6000. And what I do, and I did a whole video on this, by the way, is you take the wheel and tire off. You take something like a little screwdriver, right? Kind of put in between the insert and all that, but you put a little bit of glue on there. You take this so the insert comes over. It doesn't squeegee the glue out. On my fronts, I typically set that up a little bit wider, a little bit more offset on the fronts than what the rear. The front being wider, that's fine because you can position it. The rear being narrower can squeeze through them gates a lot easier. So that's generally speaking the way I set mine up. And then when I get them all set up, I set them up good and square, typically with, I gotta find something, typically with something that you can put it on to make sure it's square, because you don't want the insert to glue, you know, wobbly. Then you'll be taking everything back apart. And when you're done with all that, you can actually just put your screwdriver back in, give it a ring, and it'll actually come off. Yeah, Eli, it should work perfectly fine, buddy. Chassis. Dude, now the machete, I tell you what I suggested them to do with that machete chassis. Great chassis. I suggested them to make something to go up against the Mojave and now the Max Slash. It's right there. I think it could totally work. I mean, heck, I could probably design some body mounts for the darn thing and put a short course body on it and call it a day, right? With some short course tires. Define possible body for Arrma 8S Typhon build. Find it work. Man, I've tried it with the TLR 5B. The body's too big. So, Marcus, see, I'm not even sure they would have to shorten the arms. If they use a narrower wheel, with a more of an offset in, they'd be fine. And their steering geometries would be perfect. So I'm not even sure that they would have to shorten the arms. Venting tires or printed inserts. It depends on what you do. With me, yes. And the reason is, if I'm going to put all of this into a tire, I want this to do its job and not have air pressure affecting it. So if I put this in there and this has got, you know, a 2-stage down in here or something like that, then I want this to work. I don't want, like, you do it inside where it's like a nice cool 70 degrees, especially here in summertime. And then you walk outside and the ground surface and all like 100 degrees. Well, guess what? You have air pressure. So it kind of doesn't help. So it doesn't allow this to do what it's supposed to. So cardboard, yes. Did I say that wrong? But yeah, let me see here. All right, I got, this is a 2.2 right here. But yeah, this right here, the inside to the ring. Yeah, that's what I talk about gluing it. Not like into the tire itself. I may have said that wrong, but you're right. See if I got a 1.9 ring around here somewhere. I do. So basically, like right here, this is where I would glue it. But obviously it's in the tire, and you got to make sure it sits square. You can pretty much eyeball it and just kind of look in there and make that what you want. But when I go to glue it, like, I'll get it started kind of at an angle, but then I add this into here. This way, it creates a little bit of a gap. Well, hard to see. So that way it doesn't squeegee the glue out of it. And then say you want to change out the inserts or whatever, just kind of wedge this thing into there like that right there, and then just work your way around, and then it pushes right out. Obviously, it's not glued, but still, you guys get what I'm talking about, hopefully. Sean, man, crawlers are, the technical aspect of the crawlers is where it's at for most of us. The technical, I mean, it's the only form of racing where 0.1 mile per hour can be too fast. If that makes any sense. Carver, I may have said it wrong, but yeah, hopefully I explained it, that this is where the glue goes, right here. Right there. Gotta get it going, keep up the good work. Eli, all right, buddy, have a good one. Got to get those new ripping tires you bought. Dude, you're talking about those right there? Yeah, those are awesome, man. These right here? Dude. Oh, yeah. I never put my nut back on once I rung the other one off. But look, that's awesome, isn't it? These tires, they hook, man. See, like the undercut right there? Yeah, these things are awesome. Let me see, what else? I had something else. Okay, yeah. But yeah, right here. I came up with something really cool. Upgrade RC. Remember the name. It's not something you do to your vehicle. It's something you buy for your vehicle. I said that in the middle of the video. I got to remember that. That was actually a pretty cool little saying there. I got the good. Yep. Bought the Stampede VXL. Man, dude, these things are going to be crazy. John Law, dude, the biggest and best events I ever go to are always crawling related. Always. The few times I've went to big racing events, it was almost like this group over here, this group over here. They would talk to you. They were cordial and all that, but it wasn't like, dude, yeah, but look, you got to do it like this and that and that. I mean, like, they wouldn't, I don't know, maybe I just talked to the wrong guys, but it was like they wouldn't just really go into depth to explain what, why, and how, if that makes any sense. This coming weekend, yes, we are racing on Sunday. In the cycling, where we say ride upgrades, don't buy upgrades. Yeah, like built, not bought. Back when I was building my big trucks. Printed inserts. We were talking about using the E6000 or your choice of glue. I'll choose the E6000 ever since that glue video I did. And you just kind of glue this to where it needs to be. If your insert is shifting side to side, you can actually set the offset where you want it to be. So that's just kind of what we were talking about right there. Now, depending on the tire, if it's like a Proline Predator, you can possibly glue it like this and pull all of that around, you know. Donald, yeah, I have a website. I have them all on there. RC.com. I'll link that up again. Yeah, I've got them there if you want to pick them up from the website. Building a sand drags course at the end. I'm kind of running out of room. The next course that I'm planning to build is actually going to be a clay 3-foot wide, maybe 25-foot long track. Just a simple straight track, but it's going to be clay and it's going to be for the sled pull. So that's what I want to get in there. So that will be the next track that I build back here. So you gain more time by just losing some body weight rather than buying lighter parts. Oh, yeah, cardboard. Yeah, you're right. My email at yahoo.com. How you say that? There's my email right there. So, now, as far as like the body weight thing goes, I was watching a video of the Tesla Plaid, and they were on a drag strip, and they were trying to beat this time. They couldn't beat the time. They found this woman, this lady. She was running her dragster and all that, and she weighed like 90 pounds or something, you know. So she was a lot lighter than him. They put her in the Tesla, and boom, they got what they were after. And it was all body weight, you know. Some of us eat more pizza than we should. As far as sand drags go, I mean, I've got the straight, but the issue is you have to be short because you got to stop these things. If not, you're going to be into the woods. So, I mean, I've got enough room for a sand drag. It's just not something that's going to, really do a whole lot. It's not something we can really do. I don't have any inserts for the upgrade RC ones. I don't think they need them. I mean, you're just a tire. Yeah, the shutdown room, yeah. Pizza. Oh, man, I haven't had a Thin Mint in years, dude. Kevin Cook, you got it, buddy. Pizza and Doritos, nacho cheese. Nacho cheese, man. You know what's good? And I know it's going to sound a little bit weird. Nacho cheese, Doritos, in like French onion dip. It sounds dumb, but it's actually pretty good. I do have the use of the neighbor's yard, but making that happen would be a lot of work. A lot of work. Or 3 more loads of sand. And then over there, they have the same runoff problem that I do with heavy rains. So it would just give me a lot more work to try to take care of around here. Urban RC, well, there you are. Dude, I tell you something else that's really good. And they look at you weird when you do it. Get you some paste picante sauce. Go into a Taco Bell, get you some hard shell tacos, and just pour that stuff on it. Don't mess with the Taco Bell sauce. Just get paste. Dude, that stuff is good. Well, I'm going to convert a JLU to honcho. Just body mounts. Body mounts, the bumpers are a little bit different. And I guess that's about it. But you got to come up with a full honcho body as well. How about your inserts for that tire on a TRX4? Okay, Donald, I have inserts on the website. They are for a 35 millimeter wide wheel and a 40 millimeter wide wheel. Okay, so I don't have any. I don't have the wheels up here, but like basically 30 millimeter or 35 right here or 40. So in the video that I showed of those tires right there, they were on 40 millimeter wide wheels. So yeah, and I've got the 35 millimeter wide wheels. I have a full set printed. I just got to get that done. Two more bodies. Polar track. Polar tracks are 35 foot long. Really? I was unaware of that. I wonder if one load of clay can even cover that. You know, and have a little bit of thickness to it. This should, about 3 foot by 35 foot. Maybe. Yeah, no kidding, dude. McDonald's is... Dude, when it comes to fast food, honestly, I prefer Wendy's. I typically stop in at Wendy's. And I stop in at Hardee's for the milkshakes. And the chicken nuggets at Chick-fil-A are really good. Whataburger, their bacon burger is really good as well. Five-foot reset pull and 5-foot runoff. Big Egg, am I ready for Beat the Creek? Heck no. I got to figure out what all I'm bringing. I know I'm bringing the RAM bouncer for sure. Then the generator and a few other things and all that. So I will have my little, I will have my trailer, like the coffin that I'll have that up there. I gotta go get a second canopy. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have 2 spots this year. I'm not sure though. Ford, dude, you're right. We got to be careful about some of these trucks out here. You'll be trying to order dirt, and you'll see one of those little Munchkin short trucks come up with 1 axle. No, I want the 3-axle trucks. I want the full-on load. I want 100 tons per load, man. Beat the Creek is in Maysville, Kentucky. It is not in Georgia. It's in Maysville. It's like right on the border of Kentucky and Ohio. If you have one of the printers printing your inserts there. If you have room, have one of your printers printing inserts there. I have a total of 6 printers. 4 of them are typically always doing inserts. And those doing inserts right now, I'm trying to build up some inventory minus all the orders. So I'm trying to build up some inventory so when I go to Beat the Creek, when I go to ECC, when I go to these events, I actually have some on site and ready to go. So, Big Egg, I'm not sure. I know there was a lot of people there. So, there were a lot of people there. Oh, you're talking about the South Georgia. Yeah, that was in Waco, Georgia. That was the TTC, I believe it was. Now, they recently did the very first, not haul and crawl, Halloween haul and crawl at Cherokee Rock Village is amazing. But this was Zombie Palooza at RC Farm in Waco, Georgia. That place is going to be insane. That's all I can tell you. It's going to be insane. As far as like TTC goes, it has the best, most scaled correct tank trap I have ever seen. And it's natural. It's amazing. Hard to record though. Really hard to get video of that thing, but it is amazing. People who have never seen 3D printers. As far as like you've never seen a 3D printer print, it's pretty boring. It just runs. It's pretty boring. So, boom, ordered 2 sets of inserts and some Exocaged swag. Oh boy. Let me check. Here we go. Let's see here. Ooh, okay, yeah, I can fix you up with that. Ooh, Fat Boys. Now, on the Fat Boys, you have the 30mm wide wheels, correct? Make sure you got the 30mm wide wheels because fitting these onto a 25mm wide wheel, which is pretty common in 1.9. Yeah, you may not be able to get them there. They are specific for that wheel, so make sure of that, please. If you got an RC event in Pacific Northwest, that happens around here. AA day, buddy. The only advice I can give you to why there are no events like that around your area is because you haven't made it happen. Believe me. To make these events go, you got to say, you know what? Let's do this. Simple as that. Okay, so you're a 27mm. They might squeeze onto that. It's probably going to pull a little bit, but you should be okay. 27 is about the limit, though. It's a bit boring, but I don't know. That's when I was thinking I would just live south of Atlanta Motor Speedway. I want to try to make it down to Waco. Dude, anything they put on at Waco, try to be there. And when it comes to Georgia Rock Zombies, that RC group, I try to attend as many of their events as I can. Because you got Scott, you got, Scott, his team, Melissa, Scale Rock image, Scale Rock paper, Rock Scale pictures. I forget the name of it. Rock Scale photography, something like that. Dude, there's some of the coolest people out there, man. Everybody there will absolutely help you. If you have an issue, if you need a part, a piece, man, yeah, that's the place to go. You got RC Boneyard. Dude, yeah, you got to go there. Dallas, Oregon here. You're up, buddy. Thank you, Catch Out. Appreciate that. So, yeah, if you're in the area for that, then you're not too far from Cherokee Rock Village, Ford dude. You got to go to Cherokee Rock Village if you've never been. They have an event, Halloween Haul and Crawl. You got to go to that, man. It is so awesome. I really look forward to that event, man. I really do. I look forward to every event I go to, you know. I mean, if I didn't look forward to going to an event, I would not be there. Simple as that. I'm not going to an event that I don't like. Even the circuit events, ECC, I go there because there's something I want to see. At that level of competition, the winching is incredible. It's not scale winching at all, but it's incredible at their level of skill at winching. And then ECC, the MOAs, the sporties, the supers, phenomenal. That's my biggest attraction for going to ECC. See, all right, we got 29 minutes to go. Are you guys going to give me a break here or keep me running? Spent a whole lot of fishing and hunting there, but I enjoy just driving through it. Well, if it's RC friendly, make something happen. Make yourself a Facebook group. Find out who's in your area. Make something happen. I mean, here in Jacksonville a few years ago, our crawler scene was pretty much nothing. We got with a local hobby shop. They had some property, and we basically built a crawler course behind the shop. And then as it grew, we built an RC track and actually went clay, got a MyLap system and all that. I mean, that's kind of, we made it happen. We made it happen. I mean, there was already a RC scene here, but they had no organization. There was no place to go other than the plane guys. The planes, they had it. Everybody else in the RC, they had to travel so far. We brought something here to Jacksonville, Florida. So, and that happened years ago. And there were several groups that done similar things. You had a track in Green Cove that lasted for a while and went away. There's been a few little tracks like Shields RC many years ago, but the most recent ones I was involved with. So, Rad Raft, thank you, buddy. Get out of here and go eat. Send me all your broken RC cars. I don't have very many of them that are broken right now. The Catch Out commented the Dallas, which is in the gorge. Okay. The Catch Out commented about the, okay. I guess I'm on the, that's Oregon here. You rock, buddy. Yeah, Dallas, Oregon. Yeah, Dalles, Oregon. Yes. Gotcha. Now, I've been to the Royal Gorge in Colorado Springs or somewhere around that area. Oh, you're talking about the boom racing one, like the old, like the 1950s looking style? That one is actually at Scale Rat. One day he'll get that thing themed out for me, but it's going to be a while. It's been a while. Instead of a stock setting. Yeah, go ahead and turn your BEC up on that ESC, buddy. Go ahead and bump that up to 7.4. You know what, Marcus? I had that with Sean to sell for me, but it wasn't selling, so I've actually got it back. I have it now. And it's still got the M2C chassis on it, all the Vidivon stuff and everything. I do make videos from time to time from Exoplex events. Yes, I do. Crawling stuff and all that. And I actually have a couple that I really just need to sit down and put together on edits. But yes, I do that. Hey, Mark, what's up? You made it. But a lot of times I am busy running the events, whatever it is. Man, Vidivon has got probably 3,000 different parts and pieces. They cover everything from crawlers to racers to bashers. And hey, man, that guy, I think he works harder in RC than I do. Got the Baja Pro Fat Boys for 6x6. They're working. Dude, nice. Okay. Good deal. You got them on 30mm wide wheels, Big Egg? No, Sean has not sold the SBR 2.0 yet. Would you like to place a bid on that? I still need to get a Set a Vidivon axle for my 10-3. Yeah, crawl by the down by the shallow. Man, see, I do not know these places at all. 8:36. We are down to 24 minutes. I am counting down. I'm actually ready to go, to be honest. Dino RC. Yes, sir. I will be there, buddy. Yeah, on the hammer ray, you kind of need all the Vidivon, especially like the rear sway bar, all the bell cranks and all that stuff for steering. You kind of need all that. The SSD prospects. I don't know if they're full 30 minute or not, but they're close enough. They work, no problem. Nice. Okay. SSD prospects. I want to see if I can find the specs on those. SSD prospects. Prospect wheels. Let's see if we can find the specs. They're at Arrma. Let's see here. This website uses cookies. Yeah, everybody uses cookies. Let me see here. Really? So you got them on the prospects. They are listed as a 25.5 and they fit? Wow. That's interesting. Okay, so that just means that, yeah, the 27 millimeter wheels are going to be just fine. That's interesting. Wow, okay. A bid on his 12S X Max, starting bid 6K. Oh yeah, Clayton, absolutely. Let's start that bid. Let's go. I will hand personally deliver it to you at Beat the Creek. Running both sway bars right now. Okay, Big A, cool deal, man. That's awesome. You should do a little traveling, crawling lettuce, guess the location, kind of like a. You got that guy on TikTok? The guy with the bald head, Find Me. God, I can't remember the guy's name. I watch him all the time too. But yeah, he goes through like your pictures and just finds out where you are, like really good. Kind of scary good, to be honest with you. I'm bad for Python EXCs. There's been a couple guys with bad ESCs. Tried, but both were bad. Well, that's at 5 packs. I have heard some about the Python X. I've got like 3 of them in different vehicles, and so far mine are doing okay. There was one guy that just completely messed up one. Totally his fault. The way he, I don't know. I'll leave that be. But yeah, he was not very good with ESCs. When you burn up 3 ESCs in the same crawler in about a year's time, chances are it's not the ESC that's at fault here. You know, what are you doing? Okay, different subject. I'm planning on buying paddle tires for my X-Max Ultimate to try running across a portion of the lake at my camp. Dude, Rob, heck, man, the Pro lines are good. The Traxxas ones are good. Before you get on the water, make sure you seal up the vents. If not, that water will get in there and you'll just tear up your tires. So, yeah, seal them up. Bo Duke, I only sell a couple here and there. But I typically don't sell my vehicles. If you really want something that is still really relevant to me, then my price is simply going to be way too high. Just being honest with you. If I'm at the point of I want to get rid of something, at that point, the prices are pretty good. Just so you know. But that's rare. That first went fun. It died 5 feet after plugging it in. See some low C come out with a new rock bouncer. So my Rifkin. Dude, I have asked everybody to come up with a competitor to the Rift. Apparently, the Rift just doesn't have the sales numbers to support these other companies making one. That's what I was told. That the sales volume for the Rift just isn't high enough for them to invest into it. So we may never get another one. I would love to see a competitor to the SCX6. Personally. Shoot, Paul King. Dude, almost sold the Ram Bouncer. I almost sold the Ram Bouncer. 7K. I said the price, and the guy was like, really? Okay. And I'm like, oh, crap. Really? It'll take me 6 months to replace that thing. Because rounding up the parts from Prima when they're out of stock on everything, and then 5-6 week wait at Addictive RC to get a chassis built. Man, I was like, oh, geez. Do I really want to sell it for 7K? I mean, honestly, there's 5K in it as far as like the parts and this and that. But, man, I'm not really sure I wanted to sell it for so cheap. I know it sounds crazy, but, I mean, 7K for an RC is a fortune, you know? But for some people out there, 7K is like, pff, I don't care. And I'm afraid to find that guy that actually wants it. Because I know he's out there. But regardless of all that, all right, you guys are slacking on me now. I need some comments. We've only got 17 minutes to go. 2-1. Ransom on your wife. Oh man, that's horrible, Pat. That's horrible. Getting a competitor to a Rift or SCX prices wouldn't change. Yeah, prices would definitely be about the same. Oh, I know. It doesn't take much to have a fortune in one of these RCs, man. The chassis alone is $1,200. See, people got a Rift, give it a bad rep because they didn't know how. No, what happened, RC specialists, what happened is you get these guys, I'm buying a Rift. They turn it and they flip it over. Oh, no, it flips over too much. Well, you got to learn to drive the thing. It's a solid axle vehicle, not a slash. Like, come on, dude. Got to learn to drive the thing. So, TRX4 XL. Dude, we need a new TRX4. What we need. And coolest, I tell you what, you absolutely can get a real car for 7K. Yes, you can. And that's the crazy thing about this hobby, isn't it? Man, we spend so much on these things. Pretty much it is Sam, Radraff, but I can tell you this much right here. I really enjoy driving the Redcat Ascent. I do. I enjoy driving that truck for some reason at all. I'm not sure why, but I enjoy driving that truck. On your SCX6 Honcho, if it's working fine for you, then leave it be. Once you start modifying it, all I would do to it to start with would be shock towers, metal C-hubs, and all your front steering linkages. That would tighten up your steering a lot. But once you start going past that, it's a money pit like you wouldn't believe. Well, I'm waiting on parts for the Vigilante. Dude, we don't have a TTB. There is no TTB out here. We have a twin I-beam. But we don't actually have, to my knowledge, a TTB RC truck. It would be neat to get one for like nostalgic reasons, you know, mainly. Marcus, I could easily pay off my home. I gotta say what are lots of upgrades, pizza group. You know, I've done all kinds of videos showing like $1,000 crawler here versus a $200 crawler here. And it's amazing at how well the $200 crawler does. The majority of your crawling ability is in you. And it's in that thing I jokingly refer to as the driver mod. You take a guy with a great driver mod with a mid-level truck, and he will spank a high-level truck with somebody without the driver mod. Happens every day. On the racetrack as well. A good driver will pop them lines with what you're like, you're running a what? I got techno, I got low C, and you're lapping me because that guy can drive. Simple as that. Driving is everything. Vidavon does make 17mm hexes for the laser nut if that's what you're after. And they are loaded with vitamin A. That is vitamin aluminum, by the way. Oh, tapping time. And you're a trailer. Okay, that's what it was. I was wondering, like, man, I don't know what kind of vehicle that was. The new Redcat front and rear steering wheel would be a 2 Fusion SC or Pros. See, what I would like to do, see, that won't fit in there, Nella. What I would like to do with that, and I need to see, I guess I need to go to Homes and see if I can order a couple motors. I want to see, and I'm sure somebody's had to have tried this already. I want to see if the Revolver 380 will fit in there and have enough room to move. That would be amazing in there. That, with a decent set of servos on that thing, would really change that thing up a lot, wouldn't it? Have I dabbled into RC racing? Red Raff. Of course. I've got Technos. I've got the Arrma Typhon 6S, Techno E-Buggy, Techno Truggy, the Team Coralie Radix 6. I've had all kinds of E-Buggies, all the way back to the Offna. So, yeah, I've got all of them. Or I've had almost all of them. I've never had a Kyosho. My favorite, though, is going to be the Techno Red Raff. Yeah, Charles, I know what you're talking about there. Kevin Cook, clipless body mount. I must have missed something somewhere. Steve Kelly, what's up? If you have an old motor, pull magnets from can, far stronger grade than body post magnet. Well, you can do the neodymium magnets. You can get those in the little round pieces and all that. I use those. Steve, in which cars would win in a tug of war? Raminator or ram bouncer not included? That's actually pretty simple. The winner of a tug of war would be the SCX 6x6x6. Easy. It's a little bit on the large side, but it would easily win if you take out ram bouncer and raminator. When you say to plug the holes in the rims to protect the foam or tier itself, what you're doing when you seal the holes, see like this right here, hopefully you can see a little bit of that right in there. What that does is my area is real sandy. So if I don't seal this wheel, the sand will get into here, and the next thing you know, you have an out of balance tire, and you end up destroying your wheel and tires. So we seal them up, and they last so much longer. Will they still pop? Yeah, when you get really stupid with them, but they last so much longer like that. So that's why virtually every one of these tires I have is sealed. Now, the ones that aren't sealed are the ones that have the holes in the treads. Those seem to do okay, because when you spin these things and the tire expands, air goes into it because it has to fill the space. And when you let off the throttle and that tire goes back, if you ever tested this on a table, you can actually hear it. You hear the tire go push the air right back out. And if the holes are on the tread, usually it pushes whatever that sand right back out, because they will, as that tire, as you land and that thing compresses, it pushes out, and when it lands, you get the dust cloud, right? And then as soon as it bounces up, guess what? Now it's got a vacuum. It's pulling all that inside of it. So that's why we seal them up. Do I have any of the mini crawlers? Yeah, I've got quite a few. SCX 24, the 118 crawlers, stuff like that. Have you seen TP Parts Max RT? I have not. What about big scale stuff? What's your favorite? You only fire team? Man, I got quite a bit of big scale stuff. Quite a bit. I have a fire team as well. Flood damage currently sitting at 1,600. Yeah, I believe you, Jack. I do. I thought about the Rovin 5B, but I've already got a TLR 5B sitting there, so I'm kind of good to go on that. After the Raminator rigs, I'd bet on the SCX6. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right, Bo Duke. 100%. Absolutely. Mir, you finally made it, buddy. We got 8 minutes to go. Associated Black Sheep and Misfit. What's up? Your channel for a while. I chose Capra 4-steer over MOA. Now, with the Capra, it's actually pretty simple. You just got to make sure you pull that suspension down. Once you get that suspension under control, the Capra is awesome. But in stock form, ooh, they're kind of bad. Okay, without the 6x6, that does kind of make things interesting there, doesn't it? I don't know. Maybe the SCX6 Bouncer, maybe? I don't know. Those trucks, like, well, this right here is a XRT, but most of them trucks, they don't have the weight to really pull. I'm going to send you the new Stinger Combo 124 mullet. Okay. Oh, yeah. I'm supposed to be showing your mullet build off. I'm totally curious on that one, man. You know, Kevin, all I've got to say about Traxxas is at least we do have something new in the Max Slash, the little Roadster. So at least it shows that they are working on new stuff. At least we're getting something new out of Traxxas, right? I mean, for like a couple years, it was nothing. Changed the body colors, a big deal, you know? But at least we have at least a couple things that are new. South Florida, you're welcome. The Vitavon X-Max 12S, it would probably pull. Maybe, I don't know. Best competitor to the Capra? Well, there is none. We briefly mentioned the 1.7 scale trail truck, and in that brief discussion, I'm supposed to have one of those trucks for Beat the Creek. Supposed to. But I'm not saying 100% yet because I haven't got any shipping information or anything like that. And Beat the Creek is coming up quick. Basically, what is... Dude, Beat the Creek is coming up quick, isn't it? Well, this weekend is that... Oh, okay, yeah. This weekend, I've got my racing on the 21st. Sean is putting on a big oval race here. Big little oval race on the 28th. And the next weekend is going to be Beat the Creek. Then on the 12th, I'll do something here. The 17th, 18th, 19th, that's ECC. I might just go up there for the weekend. My biggest thing about ECC is seeing the MOAs and supers and stuff like that. That's my biggest thing for there. And then the 24th, 25th, 26th is Armageddon at the Freedom Factory in Bradenton, Florida. I will be there for that. Yes, sir. Oh, buddy. Yes, I sure will. What's up, bro? TKTV. What's up, man? All I can tell you, Marcus, is he's working on everything that's important on that truck. Everything. Capo Queen steering. I don't have the Capo Queen. I don't have it. So, you know, it looks decent, but I don't have one to actually, you know, give a yay or nay on it. I just don't. Well, RC Specialist, the fact that they kept the same bulkheads and all that allows the aftermarket to already have parts for it. It allows you to be able to find parts at your local hobby shop immediately because it's the same parts. So, and as far as like the motor being high, really not a big deal when you look at the size of the vehicle. Now, the Mojave does have a lower, I think the Mojave does have a lower motor. So I think the Mojave does have a better center of gravity, though. Need a good servo recommended for my Ascent 18. Added brass and has it freaking out. Dude, I got all the brass on my 18 and with a stock servo. I haven't changed it yet. You may just have a bad servo, buddy. Okay, double A. Yeah, I see the email. Primal. So. All right. All right, we got about 2 minutes to go, guys. Rapid fire. Let's do this. Let me see what you guys got. So we talked about upgrade RC. We talked about inserts, a little bit of gluing into here, and all that wonderful stuff. We talked about things we shouldn't have talked about. And, oh, I will tell you guys this. This is actually a decent radio. The new DX6 Rugged. That's actually a decent radio. And I believe this is actually what I'm going to put on the Redcat car. It's actually pretty nice. Team drivers. I don't really have criteria for team drivers. Yeah, I mean, the stock servo is actually pretty decent on that little guy. Thank you, Associated. Appreciate that. TKTV. Yeah, I mean, mine seems to be actually plenty strong on that. When am I going to do a real big event? Honestly, I don't know that I really want to try to put on a real big event here. I mean, I'm good with all my neighbors, but I don't want to push it. You know what I'm saying? AC just kicked on. It is 9 o'clock. It is time to wrap this up. The price of a 7125 motor, what are they, about 300, I believe it is. The Rooster X's are good. I've had those tires. Brass knuckles. Kevin Cook, some of these manufacturers and brands, they don't want aftermarket. They don't want. And they get really mad when you do. Redcat wants aftermarket. Big difference. All right, buddy. Steve Kelly, catch you later. Rob, catch you later. Anna, catch you later. Red Raff, yes, sir. Catch you later, buddy. I believe the 7125 is around 300. I haven't priced one lately. GoPesh, Google it, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. I think they're around 300. See if I can find that real quick. 7125 motor. Let me see if I can find something real quick. $350 at A-Main. All right, $349.99. All right, guys, catch y'all later. And Paul, see you Sunday, buddy. We got racing 1/8 scale buggy, truggy, and Grom racing, and 110 like touring cars. All right, guys, catch y'all later. Me, get out of here. Y'all have a good one, and thank you guys for